All I can say is buckle up, it's gonna be a long one. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to check out another video. So I have like hinted at this in a few videos about like some project pans I'm doing might be ending, and yeah, so that's what we're here to do today. I thought about like, okay, just make finale videos for all of your project pans, but then I was like, I don't want to drag this process out. So this is just one big gigantic finale video for 3 different project pans that I've been doing. So I just want to say too that I'm not like going to quit project panning. I just got into a rut with like my makeup, and none of the products that I have here are like gonna be decluttered, but I just wasn't enjoying putting on my makeup there for like a good period of time. And I thought, okay, just, put all of this stuff back. Just give yourself permission basically to use what you want to, see what you're naturally gravitated towards. So I'm going to end these 3 projects. And then maybe throughout the year, like we'll add in something else. I don't know. But I do know that these 3 projects are ending. So what I'm going to do is down in the description box, leave all of the details for all 3 of them, as well as like timestamps in case you want to skip around and like you're not invested in one, but you are in the others. So without any further rambling, let's just get on into this finale. All right, first one, 21 by 2021. Something has to give. I started out the year with 21 items. That was too much. So I changed it to like a rolling project 10 pan, and it's still just, like I said, I'm just like with all the stuff that I have. So let's go through where I have like gotten all of my products to, and this will be finale number 1. So I was working on this Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. Mine is in the shade Nude. I don't know how much I have left on this. It's, kind of like down to here is what I'm kind of guessing. I know there's probably product up here, but this is like a pump, and so it's gonna go back into my collection. It's like a medium coverage foundation, and I'm just not super into it right now. But once it like no longer pumps out any product, like I'm not going to cut it open or anything, but yeah, so this is kind of like where I got it to. I also didn't like weigh it or anything, so it's not like super satisfying to look at. We'll talk about this guy because I haven't touched this in probably a month or 2, but it's the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation. And I was a little over ambitious. There's 20 grams of product in here. And tell me if you guys think this too. Baked products move a lot slower than other powder products. Because I really thought like, yeah, throw this in at the beginning of January. You'll have this thing done by December. And I haven't even hit pan on it. So it was domed like when I first brought it into the project. And I think I've worn away a good bit of that dome. But yeah, just ready to move on with my life for a little while. So, okay, then let's see. We had this, speaking of Laura Geller, we had the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. And so I use this, like I put on my primers and then I'll spray my face with this just to kind of put some hydration back in there. But when we brought it in, we were up here. So then first update, last time you guys saw it. And then I didn't mark it, but hopefully you can see kind of like where it's at there. It's really kind of just right under the word mist. So yeah, not too much longer on this. I think honestly, if I do continue to use this, this is one of those products where it's really easy to incorporate it into your like daily makeup routine and not get tired of it. If I do continue to use it like I have been, I really think I could have that one finished off by the end of the year. Okay. Then we have our concealer, which was the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Fair Warm. So as best I could with this, now the stopper's still in it. It was up to this blue line when you guys last saw it. And if you look at like all the windowing and stuff on there, it looks like it's about down to here where my finger is. So if I scoot it back over so you can actually see the progress marks, that's quite a good bit of concealer used up, I feel like. So again, stopper hasn't been taken out. I really do like this concealer. It does not dry out my under eyes whatsoever, but I have 3 other concealers in my collection that I've just been neglecting because I'm like, no, you have to use this. You can't play around. You can't do anything else. So, all right. We had this e.l.f. Pore Putty Primer that has been in since the beginning. I think this was brand new when I brought it in. Again, this is one of those products where it's like, I only have this pore filling primer in my collection, so I'm still going to use it, and it's not like, this isn't like the product that's, you know, making me feel so bland is what I'm getting at. But here's what is left. Just that there on the side. Not very much at all. I think that if I could consistently wear my makeup for like the next week, that this could be done in a week. And so that would be really nice. I'm really glad to be working through another primer, getting those numbers down. So, all right, then we have my packaging broke. I like Essence, but the packaging always breaks, and like that's another reason why I'm like, I don't want to reach for this anymore. Like, I'm just kind of mad at it. But it's the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder, and the goal was to use this up as well. So don't even have pan in it. Like, a little bit goes such a long way, and I don't use this to set like my whole face. I just used it like underneath my eyes and around my nose. So I know that that's another reason, like, I'm not putting a lot of product on, but I still thought that I would like hit pan a lot sooner than you know, what am I even trying to say to you? I thought I would have pan by this point. So yeah, that's what this guy is looking like at the end of this project. Okay, I do have one skincare item, so I probably should have held off last to say this or put it in first, but whatever, we're gonna do the one skincare item. It's the Ordinary AHA BHA Peeling Solution. So you can see the blue line when we brought it in, and hopefully you can see where it's at. So I have used like a good bit of this. This product is just slow going. I only use like 2 little squirts, and then I only use this like maybe once a week. I thought about doing it twice a week, and then one of you guys commented like, hey, wouldn't probably do that. Like, it can really dry out your skin, and it's getting colder here, and I am prone to like dry skin in the winter months, so I don't want to take that chance. But yeah, this will just go back into the cabinet and get used up hopefully by the end of the year, because it's not like a product that I really enjoy, so you know. Okay, then we have our ABH Dip Brow Pomade, and this is in the shade Taupe. So it's gonna look quite different because I did stir it up with like a toothpick, and that really helped to bring back the creaminess of it. So thank you to whoever suggested that one. But this is all that I have left. You can see some up there at the top, and then it's mostly down there at the bottom. So I don't think this will be finished off by the end of the year, but when I brought it in at the beginning of the year, I think that maybe there was like a few little brush marks in it, like nothing significant. So I am pretty proud of like all the work that I have done on it in this year, and I can't wait to finally be, you know, used up with it, because how awesome to finish off a whole brow pomade. Okay, and then let's talk about our lip liner. So I had the Essence lip liner in the shade Under My Skin. So here are our little progress marks. You can see where we brought it in, all of the updates. And so down here is the bottom of the lip liner. So maybe we've used about half of it, I guess, but here's all that's left of it as far as like pencil goes. So pretty excited, but again, I have like 3 or 4 other lip liners in my collection that have sat there the whole year. Maybe they've been touched once or twice, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, I need to find a better way to project pan, but also cycle through my makeup. And until I figure that out, I just need to kind of take a little bit of a break and just enjoy my collection and play with what I want to. So the last product that was in this 21 by 2021 was a cream blush from ColourPop in the shade Count Me In. And so this had dried out twice, I think, and I rehydrated it. And then the packaging decided to break. Can you like see that? Like, look at that. It just, yeah. And so like the little lid pops out and everything. So it kept drying out, and I would keep rehydrating it and then just going about my business like that. And then the last time I went to rehydrate it, I like knocked it off of the bathroom counter and it fell face down, and the product was so dry in there that it just fell on the bathroom floor, and that just grosses me out. So I'm calling this done. It's an empty. I struggled with it. This was not like a favorite formula as far as like cream blushes go or anything like that. So while I do love a lot of ColourPop products, I do not like their Super Shock cheeks. So within this 21 by 2021 that we started, oh, I lied, we actually started this way back in November of 2019. So I've been working on it for almost a year. We're right at that year mark. I mean, it's October 15th when I'm filming this. So, you know, like a month away, give or take a few days. But within this time frame, I managed to hit goal or use up completely 16 items. So I'm pretty proud of myself as far as like a year-long kind of project pan goes. Because a lot of the other ones that I do don't really have like end dates. So I'm happy to have used up 16 items. The other, you know, 10 that you just saw, well, 9, because I did use up the ColourPop blush. So the other 9 that are like remaining, like they did get a lot of good use on them. But like I said, I'm happy to put them back and just play around. So, all right, on to the next one. Okay, so this is the update finale for the Fall4U project pan. Now this was created by Claire. I will leave her link down below, and then I was invited into it by Erynn, and I really appreciate the invitation and getting to like join in on this, and I was really excited for my first seasonal project pan. But again, like one, I missed the last update for it because I was out of town, and so kind of like that always, when I do that, I just feel kind of bad. And then, like I said, I just want to kind of revive myself and just play around for a few months with my collection and decide what project pans I want to join in on, or, you know, do and, you know, make it work for me. So, okay, Fall4U. So the premise of this was you picked 6 to 10 items, I believe, and it's rolling. So once you hit your goal, then you move it out, obviously. And it started on August 15th and it ends on November 15th. So I will also in the description box leave the community playlist, because there's a ton of people doing this and it is really fun to watch. So if you want more content to binge and you really like seasonal project pans, then I highly recommend checking that out. And the other rule, I don't think I mentioned this one, the other rule for that Fall4U project pan was that they have to be items that you're loving, like you've fallen in love with. So kind of cute play on words. But I had 6 items in. So the first one was the CYO Long Lasting Laugh Proof Foundation. This is like my holy grail foundation, and I'm really sad that CYO doesn't exist anymore. So I made really good progress. You can see at the intro when we brought it in, and it's an airless pump, so it is up to here. So I'm going to, in my own time, like finish off this foundation and just love on it and not feel like pressured to use it and just actually enjoy it. So, but I'm happy with all the progress that I made on that. This next one, this was gifted to me by Laura. So it's the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. And I absolutely love to mix these in with my foundation and just make my skin super glowy. And so while I still really love this, what I was finding myself doing was just like, you have to use it, you have to use it, you have to use it. And while that would use up a product, and that would be great because it was a gift and obviously I loved it, like I just want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it on my own terms. You know what I mean? So I didn't weigh this or anything. There's no like, the little sticker goes all the way around the outside, so there's no way to like mark it. I think since since the introduction of this project pan, I've probably used it, oh, maybe like 15 upwards times. I don't know. I didn't take tallies, but yes, that guy still there. Okay, then I brought in this ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, which I really do love these. It's in the shade Smoke and Whistles. So I already had pan on this when I brought it in. And so this is what it's looking like. I don't know if I expanded that pan at all on it. I was just going to keep it in for the remainder of the project and see what kind of damage I could do to it. But I didn't think that this would be something that I would like actually finish off, because the project was seasonal and not very long, and there's still a lot of product in there. But I absolutely love this highlighter. It is so pretty. It's like a good like light pink champagne color. But yeah, so there's that one. Then we have, I have this Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the 4-ounce bottle, or the 118 mils. And so my goal was to finish this off. So you can see like the pink line when I brought it in. It was a brand new bottle. And so now we're about right here. So I've used up a good bit. I sometimes do use this as like an actual setting spray. It doesn't really make the longevity of my makeup like any better, but it doesn't make it any worse. And it helps to take down the powderiness. So, and the smell of it is really nice. So not only do I use it as that, but then also as like a standard facial spray once I do like my skincare routine and things like that. So again, this is another product where I'll probably finish it off by the end of the year, but just kind of like in my own terms, you know? Okay, and then the last item for this project pan was I picked 2 eyeshadows from the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette. And so I picked out the shade Haas right here and Green Juice. So let me kind of do some close-up little shots for you. So Green Juice I ended up using 3 times within this project, and it already had a dip on it when I brought it in. Haas, I don't think I used at all, and I have used it 5 times since bringing it into this project, and you can now see that it has a bit of a dip on it. So I will swatch these for you just, you know, because people like swatches, right? Okay, so there, that top one is Haas, and that bottom one is Green Juice. Haas has been really one of my favorite lid shades that I've been wearing once I like figured out how I wanted to wear it, because it is kind of dark for like what I would typically go for a lid shade, but pairing it with my Subculture palette, just chef's kisses. So that is the finale for the Fall4U project pan. One more. Okay, so my last project pan that I will be ending is my Pan That Face palette, because I just redid my makeup inventory. So if you guys want to see comparison between June when I did my mid-year and then you want one filmed for like October, let me know. I'd be more than happy, but it was just like I wanted to see it for myself. And I have so many highlighters and blushes. It is just, it's embarrassing, it's sickening. No one needs this many. And so again, what was I doing? Just reaching for the items that I'm project panning and letting everything just kind of collect dust. So that's why I'm going to end Pan That Face palette. Not to say I don't think that maybe it'll come back next year once I can get like I said, like a better like routine and rotation, and also just come to terms with the fact that you guys just are here for the ride, and it's okay if we don't have the best progress. So without any further rambling though, I think what I have is a clip to roll of what this Pan That Face palette was looking like the last time you guys saw it. Okay, so are you ready to see the palette now? It was the Profusion Blush 1 palette. So this is what we have managed to accomplish. I did hit quite nice pan in this shade here. It is called Blossom, that one, and then this peachy one, Delight, which I think I'm close to pan and Delight, because you can kind of see like the little, it's not rings, but it's like lines in the pan. You can kind of see that in there. So I think with a few more uses I could hit pan in this, but yeah, those were like my 2 go-to shades. I ended up deciding that this bronzite shade here and then this popular shade here are too dark, just for me personally, like how I would, like what I want my blush to look like and what I want a glowy bronzer to look like. So those 2 pans don't count in my makeup inventory anymore, even though they technically like still exist in the palette. I just didn't want to like dig them out and be wasteful. So they, you know, that's why they're still there, but that's neither here nor there for this project. So that's what the blush palette looks like. And then I had this highlighter that I was working on from Tarte. It was from the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, the one that had all the highlighters and like the 2 bronzers at the bottom. So I believe it was the shade Strobe. And I'd been working on this and I really loved it. This highlighter was one of those that you could like mix with all these other highlighters and make like a custom shade. It was like a soft golden shade. Really enjoyed it, and I am happy to tell you guys that it's done. How amazing. And yeah, that's the original pan that the highlighter comes in. Tarte products, just way to go Tarte, because you make your products in magnetic like containers, in magnetic pans, so they're easy to depot and you can easily put them into like a Z palette. But anyway, yeah, so I am really happy to have finished off I don't remember how much this was in like grams and how much like a full-size highlighter from them is, but I want to say this was either a little bit bigger than one of their like full-size highlighters you can buy, or like it just right there, maybe a little bit smaller. But either way, I'm really excited to have like a powder highlighter done and out of my life. Like, I can do this. I can project pan. Okay, and then I had a bronzer for in that pen, that face palette. So it's the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. Mine's in the shade Fair to Light. I'm not going to show you like the front of it because the packaging is so reflective, but this is what my bronzer has been, words, Haley. This is what my bronzer looks like at this point doing this finale. So I'm really happy with the progress that I made on it. Again, it's like a baked bronzer, and so I feel like the progress is a lot more slow going than just like a standard powder bronzer. And maybe some of that was like a little disheartening. Like, I thought like, yes, I'm going to plow through this and I'm going to finish off like 2 or 3 bronzers this year. And that just hasn't happened. And I know that a lot of people's goals this year for their makeup have not happened for them. And, you know, I think we're all just doing our best that we can. So thank you if you watched the whole thing, or, you know, just thank you if you watched any of it, because I get it. Not every project pan is for everyone, and that's okay. But I do appreciate you, and I'm glad that you clicked on the video, and that's it. We're not gonna ramble. So I hope you guys are having a good day, or a good night, or a good whatever, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.